Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Rashawn427. Today, what I actually want to come here and talk about is actually WrestleMania 41. Now, you know WrestleMania 40 is actually taking place inside my hometown of Philadelphia, so I'll be there. I'll be at pretty much all the shows and stuff like that. I'll be at WWE World as well. But I just want to talk about what's going on actually WrestleMania 41. Now, of course, they always announce, well, it seems like lately they've been announcing it ahead of time, but it seems like now, because of the bidding and stuff, they've been waiting to announce it, which I think by WrestleMania week this year, we have announced for 41, but for the longest time, we've been talking about Minnesota. Minnesota was supposed to get it for about a decade, probably. They've been supposed to get it, but they haven't gotten it, and stuff like that, and you know, I heard in the room, Minnesota. Then when Vegas came in, I actually started to get excited because I was like, you know, I've never been to Vegas. I want to go to Vegas. This would be great because I can go to Vegas and go to Mania. So the rumors started to pick up. TKO wants it, and stuff like that. Now, actually, it was a report that actually came out yesterday. I believe it was No DQ and a few other things. Well, Minnesota, they're like officials or whatever. They said that they're going to have an event there, which they wanted to announce yesterday, but they had to wait a few weeks, which WrestleMania is in a few weeks. They had to wait a few weeks to actually announce, and they're going to be announcing it in a few weeks, and it's going to be second to the Super Bowl. What event could that be? I mean, it could not be WrestleMania, but with the rumors of WrestleMania 41 being there, you can line that up with what they're saying, and Minnesota has wanted it for the longest time, because I believe the mayor and the governor wanted it, but they've been asking for it for about a decade. And I don't believe Duddy actually wants to go there. And with the fan reception to the tweets and everything, and I was looking at some comments, it don't seem like the fan reception is that great. And somebody brought up an interesting point, which, I mean, I guess this has to go into the Rock and Roll was supposed to take place this year, because they was like, well, nobody wants to see the Rock. Well, they was like, the Rock and Roman shouldn't take place in Minnesota, which, I mean, it's WrestleMania, so it doesn't matter where it really takes place. But I guess you want a major market, which Vegas, it sounds perfect for Rock and Roman. To be honest, that sounds perfect. Rock, Roman, Vegas, that sounds absolutely perfect. But then it's like, it's Mania, so it's like, does it have to be inside of a huge city and stuff like that? Even though Minnesota's a huge city, but it's not really like Vegas, it's not LA fully, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, and the weather there is absolutely awful. Will I be in Minnesota next year? No. You know, I'm just starting to travel to these events. I've been to SummerSlam, I went to the Rumble, I'm going to check off all the big shows. I went to Payback in Pittsburgh. I've been to, what other shows? I've been traveling to shows lately. Is that somewhere I really want to go, especially with that weather? Like, I literally would have to bring a coat with me if I went. So most likely not. And I actually was already setting up my stuff for Vegas. So to be honest, WrestleMania week, I still might be in Vegas. In all honesty, I still might be there, because I actually set it up for WrestleMania week. I know it's stupid of me to set stuff up, but I mean, it still might end up being in Vegas. But from everything that I'm seeing and everything that's going on in Minnesota, especially with them officials announcing that. Now, I actually heard a rumor a few years ago that Daddy was going to do it in Minnesota, but then they announced it ahead of time, so they didn't do it, which I don't think that that's all the way true, because I remember when they did Tampa, LA, and Dallas, they announced that years ahead of time. So I don't really know if that's necessarily true. I mean, it actually might be true, but I don't know if that's necessarily true with that. And it's like, why would WWE pull out just because they announced it ahead of time and said it was going to happen? But I mean, I'm hoping for Vegas, to be honest. But I know the people in the Midwest, people in Minnesota, they haven't had to get in. Really, the problem with the Midwest is outside of Detroit, which I believe Detroit is the Midwest, is that they have a dome on top of it. But Chicago, they don't have a dome on it. We don't have a dome on ours, but we have kind of better weather than Chicago. And they definitely wouldn't be in Minnesota. Minnesota didn't have a great stadium, and if they didn't have that dome on top of it, they would not be in Minnesota. The weather is absolutely horrible. I actually heard rains and stuff like that. So, I mean, we'll just have to see what's going on. If it's in Minnesota, then I probably won't be there. I'll just do this year, Mania, and then whatever they do for 42, which the rumors are London, they probably will go to Vegas. If they don't go to Vegas the next year, they'll probably go to Vegas the year after that. I mean, they could do anything. I'm hearing rumors of Atlanta, New Orleans. You know they want to go there. They went there twice in 4 years. So, yeah, this rumor, I'm starting to think it's actually true with everything about it. And the way they announced in Cleveland for SummerSlam, which that's happening, absolutely. You don't have to worry about the weather because it's summertime in Cleveland and stuff like that. I'm probably not going to SummerSlam neither, just because I went to SummerSlam last year, and I don't really need to go. And I'm going to Mania and Royal Rumble this year, so I don't really need to go. I mean, it would be cool to do all of them in the year, but I basically did them all in the year because I went to SummerSlam the last year. But yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you excited for WrestleMania go to Minnesota? I know people in Minnesota and people in that area probably are excited about it, probably want it. People outside of that area, I don't know if they really want to travel there, because it's like, you're spending all that money, and then it's like you're somewhere where you don't want to be, and it's freezing. And so yeah, it seems like they're going to Minnesota. It really seems like that. So just tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.